Hello everyone. I am doing live in my bedroom, not at the studio, so bear with any background noises that you may hear. My children are out in the living room, kitchen. I think that they're making pancakes, so you may hear a baby, you may hear the kids run down the hall, but that's okay. They know that right now is time for yoga. I will give people just a few minutes to jump on, and if you are at home, grab your yoga mats and go ahead and start in lying pose, corpse pose. If you do not have a yoga mat at home, you are more than welcome to just use the flooring that you have. Just be aware that if you do have a harder surface flooring, that you'll want to use something that provides you a little cushion. You can use a towel, you could use a little blanket, but be aware if you're on your blanket for the whole time, it may slide on your surface. So myself, I have hardwood floors, so I'm using my yoga mat so I know I'm not sliding into an unnecessary splits. That would not be as fun. We're going to be moving through a couple of little power flows, but not too vigorous. It's definitely an all levels class. If at any point you need to take a little break, come to child's pose and then jump back into the practice. We'll warm into some sun salutations as well as the warrior 3 balancing pose and coming into high knee. So we're going to be working on connecting the breath to each movement. So starting lying on the back, lying pose, shavasana pose, corpse pose. Extend the legs wide, but activate the feet and then take the arms out by the sides. And from here, just take a few moments to yourself to decompress. We've all been going through this together, and we know that there is an end in sight, so just take a few moments. Let your mind process anything it needs to. Starting into that deep belly breathing as you inhale in through the nose. Exhale, breathing into the low belly. And if you're finding it challenging to breathe into the low belly, just take the hand, place it just below the belly button, and then focus on the rise and the fall of the belly and guiding the breath into the low belly. Let's take 2 more breaths. Inhaling in. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale in. Exhale. Inhale. Bring your hands to heart center and take a moment, set your intention. Maybe your intention is going to be shared with mine and is to stretch the body out and release any stagnant energy. We find ourselves on a little rainy day, so we may be lounging, and that's okay, but we do need to move the body. Inhale, 1 more breath. Exhale. Inhale, extend the arms overhead, point through the toes. Take a moment, lengthen the body, stretch through the toes. Maybe a little twist side to side. Inhale, back to center. As you exhale, flatten the back into the mat, rise the left leg into the air, point the toe. From here, the entire spine is engaged into the mat. You're squeezing through the core. Inhale. Exhale, reach up for the foot, not making the connection and knowing that a soft knee is welcome. Staying here. As your gaze at your toe for 1 more full breath. As you inhale, the shoulders come back down to the mat. As you exhale, draw the left knee into the chest. Give it a little squeeze. As you exhale, maybe you can welcome assisted pigeon and a light rock from side to side. But just know if assisted pigeon is not in your practice today, you can just hold a knee to the chest. Staying here for 2 more full breaths. One more full breath. Inhale, draw the left knee into the chest. tuck the chin, squeeze. As you exhale, shoulders rest down on the mat, left foot to the floor, arms to a T, palms are down, preparing ourselves for a full spinal twist. Inhale, engage the spine, flatten the back. Exhale, roll the left leg across the body, trying to make that knee to elbow connection. Being mindful that your right leg is resting on your mat. And then play around with your gaze for the next 2 breaths. One more full breath. Inhale, back to neutral pose. Take the left foot back down onto the mat. Extend the arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, reaching up for the knee, but not making the connection. Flattening the back on the mat, engaging the spine. And you can look up at the ceiling or you can gaze at your fingertips, just being aware of your neck. One more breath. Inhale. Right arm comes into a half spinal twist. Just a foot or 2 out to the side, keeping the engagement in the spine for one more breath. Inhale, bring it back up to meet the left. Exhale, set it back down. Extend the arms overhead as you inhale. Slide the left heel all the way down and lengthen. Point the toes. Stretch the shoulders. Move through your core. Inhale, find stillness. As you exhale, cactus your arms, bend your elbows, rest them flat on the floor. Let your shoulder blades soften. Move your tailbone, let it soften down. And take a moment, allow your spine to be as straight as possible. Staying here for 2 breaths. Giving yourself permission to hear your exhale. One more full breath. Inhale, extend the arms overhead. As you exhale, push the spine into the mat, bringing the right leg into the air, pointing the toe. Inhale, reaching up for the right leg. Not making the connection, maybe welcoming a softness to the knee. Finding 2 more full breaths. As you exhale, drop the shoulders down. Hug the knee into the chest. Hold here. Maybe you choose to stay here, or maybe you choose to come into assisted pigeon, gently rotating the hip open and slightly drawing the leg towards the upper body. And listen to yourself in this pose. It's not a jerk. It's a light assisted pull. One more full breath. Inhale, draw the right knee into the chest, tuck the chin. As you exhale, release the shoulders and right foot to the mat, preparing yourselves for a spinal twist. Arms come to a T, palms are down. Inhale, flatten the back into the mat. Exhale, right leg rolls across the body. And now play around with your gaze. Where does your neck feel most comfortable in this position? And are you being mindful and flexing through both feet? Staying here, a full breath. Inhale, back to center. Taking the right foot to the mat, extend the arms overhead. As you exhale, push the spine into the mat. As you inhale, reaching up for the right leg, making the reach, not the connection of the knee to the hand. Engaging the whole back into the mat. Finding the gaze to your fingertips or just above. One more breath. As you exhale, half spinal twist. Left arm opens out to the side, 1 to 2 feet. One more breath. Inhale, left arm comes back up. Exhale, arms come down, shoulders down, extend them overhead. Inhale, slide the right leg to meet the left. Lengthen through the toes, lengthen through the fingers. Move the hips. Find a little release for one more breath. Exhale, coming back to stillness. Inhale, start to cactus the arms, bend the elbows. Think field goal arms. And then the chest is soft. Staying here, 2 breaths, allowing that natural spine to come back into alignment. 1 more full breath. Inhale, extend the arms overhead. Exhale, flatten the back into the mat. Slide both heels up. Draw the knees into the chest and reach the arms around. Hug the body, but let the shoulders rest. Maybe a rock from side to side, or maybe you find stillness. Allowing yourself to choose. 2 options to come all the way up into comfortable seated position. You can choose to roll over to the side and sit the body up, or you can choose to take a rock and roll, grabbing behind the knees, tucking the chin to the chest. Once you bring the body up, comfortable seated position, take a moment, pull the fleshier parts away from your body, grounding down through your sits bones. Roll the shoulders back once or twice. Close the eyes, connect back in with the breath. Inhaling in through the nose. Audible exhale. Beautiful, 2 more full breaths. Inhaling in. Last breath. Inhale, blink the eyes open, rise the arms with the breath all the way. Exhale, open up, spinal twist, right side. From here, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, gazing just where the shoulder is. Keeping the neck in line. And then gently release the left hand, let any pressure go. The work is in the spine. And with each exhale, we're just going to twist a little more. Exhale, twist. 1 more inhale. Exhale, twist. Taking it from reverse. Inhale, arms to rise all the way back up. Exhale, arms release beside you. Actively push the palms into the mat. Lift the chest, grow tall with the spine. Exhale, drop the head over to the right. Add a little nod. Inhale, chin to chest, round the spine. Drop the head for a moment. Inhale, rolling all the way up, comfortable seated position. Pushing the palms into the mat, drop the head over to the left side. Adding a few nods. Excuse me. Inhale, bring the head back to center, rise with the breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, opening up, spinal twist, left side. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, twist a little further. Pick the right hand up, release any tension you're holding. And with each exhale, you twist a little deeper. 1 more full breath. Inhale from reverse, arms to rise all the way up. Exhale, release the arms down beside you. From here, lead with your heart, folding all the way down as far as welcomed. Inhale, tuck the chin, rounding up 1 vertebrae at a time, taking 2 more full spinal rolls. Inhale, grow tall with the crown. Exhale, lead with the heart all the way down. Inhale, round it up, tuck the chin to the chest. Crown of the head rises tall. 1 more. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, round it all the way up. Good. Sit over onto a hip. Bring the body through into neutral pose. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Take a few moments here. Move your body side to side. Adjust. And then push the palms into the mat. The fingers are gripping. You rest. The tops of the feet down, preparing ourselves for 4 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round. Tuck the chin, open up the shoulders, think like a cat. Inhale to rise. Open up through, and then exhale, round. 2 more, moving at your own pace with your breath. Exhale, under. 1 more, inhale, rise it up. Exhale, under. Inhale, back to neutral pose. Walk the palms up 1 palm distance, preparing ourselves to come into downward dog. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, sink back into the hips. Exhale, rise with the tailbone all the way up, downward dog. From here, walk the feet out, bending 1 leg at a time, giving your body those few moments to adjust into the pose. Staying here, 2 more full breaths. 1 more full breath. Inhale, find stillness in your downward dog. We're going to welcome a few rounds of sun salutation. Inhale, look to the palms, bend the knees. Gently step the feet to the palms, big toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, swan dive, full fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, hands come underneath the shoulders. Gently step your body back. Plank pose, find the stillness. Inhale. Exhale, elbows hug and tight. Chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, up, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, push it back. Neutral downward dog. Find stillness for a moment. Feel the heat in the body starting to build. Taking it through, sun salutation again. Inhale, look to the palms, bend the knees. Step feet to palms, halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, fold, soften the knees. Inhale, bring it all the way up, arms to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to rise with the breath. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, full fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, hands underneath the shoulders, step the body back, plank pose, find the pause. Inhale, shift it forward, elbows hugging tight to the body. As you exhale, lift it up, cobra pose. Inhale, tuck the toes, push it back, downward dog, finding stillness. One more full breath. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right leg to rise, point the toe, square the right hip down. Preparing the body to come into a high lunge, drive the right knee into the chest, tuck the chin. Gently place the right foot between the palms. From here, take it a moment, take a pause. Make sure your feet have, please scoot back. Make sure your feet have space between them. You want them on their own planes. When you're ready, inhale, rise with the breath. Arms to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sink down into your lunge. Take a moment here. You want your knee in line with your ankle. And you want to be on the back of the toes on that left leg. Shoulders are drawn down. Staying here, 2 more full breaths. 1 more. Inhale, arms to rise all the way up. Exhale, extend the arms out in front. Tilt the body, engagement through the right leg. We're going to prep ourselves for warrior 3, but not come into it. We're going to hold. And then inhale. Exhale, release the hands down to the inside of the right leg. From here, you're lifting the chest and the stomach off of the right leg. 1 more full breath. Inhale. Take the hands in front of the right foot, squaring underneath the shoulders. As you exhale, step the left foot up. Flat foot, preparing ourselves for pyramid. Inhale, flat back. Option 2, stay here. or option to bow the head towards the right leg. In this pose, you want to be mindful that you push the left hip forward and you sink back into the right hip. And the knees have a slight softness to them. Maybe you can move your head from side to side. One more breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, both feet together, big toes to touch. Hands on the shins, tuck your tailbone. Exhale, sink back, chair pose, sink into the hips. Inhale, rise with the breath, arms to come all the way up. In this chair pose, think you're actually sitting in the tail. You're sitting in the chair. You're sitting back with the tailbone. You're tucking the pelvis under, and you're engaging through the core. Your heels are gripping, your toes are gripping. One more full breath. Inhale, rise with the breath, arms to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms come all the way up, rise with the breath. Exhale, swan dive, full fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, hands come underneath the shoulders. Step the body back into plank pose. Find the stillness. Inhale, shift it forward. Elbows hug and tight all the way down. Inhale, up, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes. Push it back. Downward dog. Staying here. 3 full breaths. And as you're in this downward dog, take a moment scanning your right side. Were you able to find strength in the leg? Find strength in preparing for our warrior 3 balance. One more full breath. Inhale, left leg to rise. 3-legged dog, the hip is square. Grounding through the right foot. Preparing ourselves to come into a high lunge. Inhale, knee to chest, tuck the chin, find the pause. Placing the left foot between the palms from here. Making sure both feet are on their own tracks. And the hands are just lightly touching the mat for assistance. Find the breath. Inhale, rise it all the way up. Squeeze the core. Exhale, hands to heart center. Scan the body here. Is your knee in line with your front ankle? And are you on the back leg on the toes? One more full breath. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, extend the body out in front, prepping ourselves for that warrior 3, that engagement of the core. Let's shift into the left leg. Staying here, one more full breath. Inhale, place the hands to the inside of the left leg, lifting the chest and the stomach off. One more full breath. Inhale, hands come in front of the left foot, preparing ourselves for pyramid pose. Inhale, step the right foot in, drop the heel down, halfway rise. Option to stay here or option to drop the head towards the left leg. Pushing the right hip forward, sinking back into the left. Listen to your body here. Is it telling you to go further, or is it telling you you need to take a moment and lift yourself up a little higher? Find one more full breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, both feet together, hands on the shins, tuck the tailbone flat back. Inhale, sink back, chair pose, arms to rise, zip the core up, sink the tailbone back, staying here, 2 full breaths. Inhale, stand it all the way up. Exhale, swan dive, all the way down, full fold. Inhale, hands underneath the shoulders, step the body back into plank pose, find the stillness. Exhale, chaturanga, all the way down. Inhale, up, cobra. This time, exhale back, neutral, coming into child's pose. Knees come wide, toes to touch. Option to sink back into the hips, welcome the forehead to the mat. Or option to keep the body up higher. Let yourself choose in this position. Where do your hips feel most comfortable? And where does the neck feel like it can soften? Still staying connected to the breath for the next 2 inhales. One more full breath. Inhale. Rise the body up into neutral pose. Taking knees under hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Find movement here, side to side, front to back. I'm going to bring engagement into the core, prepping us for that warrior 3, that strong balancing core pose. Inhale, extend the left knee back, left leg back, activate the foot. From here, your hands are both underneath your shoulders. You're squeezing the belly. Option 1, you stay here. Option 2, you extend the right arm out in front, palm faces inward. A few things to remind yourself in this pose. Are you pushing into that left shoulder? And are you squeezing the belly? It's easy to drop down into all of them, but bring the engagement in. One more breath. Inhale, draw the left knee back in. As you exhale, right arm extends out to the side, palm is down. Inhale. As you exhale, thread the needle, right shoulder, right cheek to the mat. Left hand is staying supported underneath the shoulder, and the core is engaged here. One more breath. Inhale, push into the left hand. As you exhale, take the right arm into the air. Open up through the chest. Find stillness here for one breath. Inhale, thread the needle once more. Right shoulder, right cheek to mat. And maybe this time you'd like to take it a little further and you start to walk the left arm out in front of you, opening up through both shoulders, but being aware that your core is still engaged. Inhale, left hand underneath the shoulder. Bring the body back to neutral pose. Freedom of movement here, side to side, front to back. Inhale, back to center, find your stillness. Extending the right leg back, activate the foot, squeezing into the core. Pushing into the shoulders, supporting your body. And now option 1, you stay here. Option 2, you extend the left arm out in front. Pushing into the right shoulder, grounding into the left leg for one more full breath. Inhale, draw the right knee back in. As you exhale, left arm extends out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, thread the needle, taking left shoulder, left cheek to mat. Right hand is staying supported underneath the shoulder, and you're engaging through the core. One more full breath. Inhale, push into the right hand. Open up through the left arm, extending all the way into the air. Find the stillness. Inhale, thread the needle once more. Left shoulder, left cheek to mat. And maybe this time you'd like to take it a little further and you extend the right arm out in front and you drop the right shoulder. But listen to your body. Maybe one side was welcomed and one side wasn't. Inhale, right hand underneath the shoulder, pushing into the palm. Bring the body back up to stillness. Tuck the toes under. Walk the hands up, one palm distance, preparing ourselves for downward dog. Inhale, sink back into the hips. Exhale, rise with the tailbone. From here, walk the feet out. Notice how the lower body and the lower back are a little more open to this pose this round. You're a little more limber. One more breath. Inhale, look to the palms, bend the knees, stepping feet to palms, toes to touch, halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, hang heavy for a few moments. Move your neck side to side. Drop your shoulders down, away from your ears. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, sink back, chair pose, drop the hips, arms to rise. Inhale, stand it all the way up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, full fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, hands come underneath the shoulders, step the body back, plank pose, find the stillness. Chaturanga all the way down, elbows hugging tight. Inhale, up, cobra pose. Exhale, push it back, downward dog, find the pause. 2 breaths here. Hold the pose, engagement through the core. The sits bones lift. Inhale, right leg to rise, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee into the chest, tuck the chin, find the pause. Placing the right foot between the palms, preparing ourselves to come into a high lunge. When the body feels grounded, rise with the breath. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Find the engagement here, find the adjustment. If you do not feel stable, then move the feet, move the body. We're going to come into our warrior 3 balancing pose. If you feel like it is not in your practice, stay here. 1 more breath. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, start to tilt the body down, shift the weight into the right leg. When the body feels ready, start to lift off. Left leg extends behind you, foot is active. The closer you can get squared down to your mat, the more challenging it'll be. Let yourself choose. 1 more breath. Either in high lunge or warrior 3, both feet together. Inhale, rise, stand it all the way up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, full fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, hands come underneath the shoulders, step the body back, plank pose. Option for that, chaturanga all the way down. Inhaling up into your cobra. Exhale, pushing back, downward dog, finding the pause, finding the stillness. Inhale, left leg to rise, 3-legged dog. Inhale, knee into chest, tuck the chin, hold. Coming into that high lunge, left foot is placed between the palm, find the stillness. When you are grounded, rise with the breath. Inhale all the way to rise. Exhale, hands to prayer. Find the adjustment. Are you grounded here? Can you move the body and make it more stable? 1 more full breath. Again, if warrior 3 is not in your practice, this is maybe a more welcoming position for yourself. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, tilt the core forward. Start to shift the weight into the left foot. When you're ready, lift off. Right leg is coming into the air. The foot is active and the hip is squared with the mat. And you're being mindful to have a softness on that left knee. 1 more full breath. Either position, inhale, both feet together, rise it up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, full fold. Inhale up, hands underneath the shoulders, stepping it back, plank pose. Find the pause. Chaturanga all the way down, elbows hugging tight. Inhaling up, cobra. This time pushing back, child's pose. Neutral, knees wide, toes to touch, sinking it all the way back into the hips. Take a moment, scan your body. Were you able to move? Were you able to loosen any tension you were carrying? As you inhale, rise it up, sitting onto a hip, bring the body into a comfortable seated position. Roll the shoulders back a few times. Good. Inhale, arms to rise with the breath. Exhale, cactus the arms, bend the elbows, open up through the chest. Inhale, gazing to the right side. Right palm is coming to the floor. Inhale, rise the left arm up. Exhale, sinking over into that side body. From here, you want to focus on dropping the right knee down and sinking into both hips. 2 more breaths. Find your breath. Inhale, rise it all the way up. Both arms extend up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, cactus the arms, bend the elbows. Take a gaze over to the left side. Taking the left palm to the floor. Inhale, right arm to rise. Exhale, sinking into the hips. Side bend. Drop the left knee down. Then you can play around with your gaze here. Maybe it feels more comfortable straight. Maybe it feels more comfortable looking at the hand. Let the neck choose. One more breath. Inhale to rise all the way back, both arms to meet. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close the eyes. Scan the body. Starting at the head, working down into the shoulders, down into the core, awareness into the hips, the legs, and slowly taking awareness to the feet. Thank you all for taking time out of your day to share the practice with me and to move your body, release some energy. Sealing the class with one last breath. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you, thank you. If anyone has any questions, maybe you are new to yoga and you want to know a position or pose that feels more comfortable and welcoming to your body, different from what I did this evening, go ahead and reach out through the YMCA. I'll be more than happy to connect with you through the YMCA, or you can come onto my personal Facebook page. I'm more than happy to connect with you there. Other than that, I will be doing live yoga on Thursdays at 4:30. It's different from my class time, so I have to think about it. Thursdays at 4:30 p.m. You're welcome to join me live, but it'll be on our website too, so you can see it then. Thank you all so much. Enjoy your evening.